Hey folks, Skylancer here, and welcome to the third part of Wild Rift Fundamentals. And today I'll be talking to you about summoner spells. In League of Legends Wild Rift, aside from the 4 champion abilities you can activate, we have what we call as summoner spells. Spells that can be utilized to get you out of troubling situations or to go in for that extra needed umph against the enemy. Now, these spells have a very long cooldown, so unfortunately, you can't spam them and you can't abuse them. Now let's discuss each and every summoner spell in quick detail so that you'll have an idea of what's best to use for the champion or role that you're going for. Starting with Ghost, Heal, and you also have Barrier, and we also have a summoner spell called Exhaust, we have Flash, we have Ignite, and last but not least, we have Smite. Let's start with Ghost. It has a cooldown of 90 seconds, you gain a large burst of movement speed that then decays to 25% bonus movement speed for 6 seconds. Ghost for me is a very situational spell when you need that extra chase around. If you've got the Spirit Walker rune and are someone who loves to go for that all-in execute, i.e. Garen or Darius in the future update, then this can be pretty useful. Otherwise, I think there are far better mobility runes that you can equip other than Ghost. Let's talk about Heal. It has a 2-minute cooldown. It restores 80 health up to 360, grants 30% bonus movement speed for 1 second to you and the most wounded nearby allied champion. Now, the healing is half for champions recently affected by Heal. Heal for me is a good extra health boost, especially if you're an ADC or support. It's pretty useful for tanks and can be beneficial in team fights as well. Long cooldowns will make you utilize this spell at crucial moments in your match. If you're an ADC on the Dragon lane, it wouldn't hurt to get this as an extra heal for you to have as an extra lifeline aside from your honey fruit. Next up is Barrier. It has a 90-second cooldown. You gain a shield that absorbs 115 damage to 465 damage for 2 seconds. Now this is your anti-burst. So if you're facing someone like a Zed or a Fizz and you know that damage is about to come your way, you can at least negate a little bit from their kit with a well-timed barrier. If you're a mid laner who relies on heavy poking like Ziggs or Lux compared to the other mid laners who would rely on harassing and electrocute, for instance, you might actually get more value from Barrier than Ignite, which is a spell I'll talk to you about later. Up next, we have Exhaust. Now, 105-second cooldown. Exhaust target enemy champion, reducing their movement speed by 20% and their damage dealt by 40% for 2.5 seconds. Now, Exhaust is a pretty interesting spell as it can be used both offensively and defensively. Now, defensively, this is pretty useful for supports who would like to protect their ADC from all incoming raging ADCs from the enemy lane. And that slow and damage mitigation might just be enough to get your ADC out of harm's way during tight situations. Offensively, it can also be used to mitigate the damage of an enemy carry if you see a skirmish coming, or if you see a clash incoming. But for me, I would really prefer to use it as defensively for supports who'd like to protect their ADCs. It works that way. Now let's talk about Flash. 150-second cooldown, the longest. You teleport a short distance forward or towards the aim direction. This is the most important summoner spell, hands down. If you're a non-mobile champion, take this. If you're a mobile champion, take this. It doesn't matter. This can be your lifeline when you need to get out of that sticky situation during a gank, or when you need to flash out of a team fight because the enemy is really bombarding you with attacks. Offensively, it can be extremely useful as well, as this might be the missing link for you to complete that highlight play, your quadra or pentakill, or chasing someone around. It's pretty. This is pretty dope. I see no situation where you'll find this summoner spell useless. That's why you see a lot of players, almost everyone, would sacrifice one of their spell slots to actually put flash in. So take this. Now let's talk about Ignite. It has a 90-second cooldown. You ignite target enemy champion, dealing 60 to 410 true damage over 5 seconds, and inflicts on them grievous wounds, an effect that reduces healing effects by 50%. This can be a very good finisher. This could also be good to negate enemy heals as it inflicts grievous wounds. So you make sure that you equip this on a mid laner assassin or mage that would tend to go all in compared to those who would just poke. Because there are times that you need that extra zest of damage, especially when when all of your abilities are in cooldown. This can be also very useful for the Baron laner, primarily because Baron lane is isolated most of the time, and among all the summoner spells that you can see here, this is probably, for me personally, the best 1v1 summoner spell out of all the spells available. So if you're a Baron laner, like Garen, like Camille, you can equip Ignite. And last but certainly not the least, we have Smite. You deal 440 to 1000 true damage to a large or epic monster or minion. You restore 70 health when smiting monsters. You get to upgrade your Smite to Chilling Smite or Challenging Smite once you slay 4 large monsters. You also get a hunting license, which means you permanently earn 20% bonus experience from jungle monsters, but also temporarily earn 20% less gold from lane minions. You get Tooth and Nail, which deals 10% more damage to jungle monsters, and monsters you damage burn for 30 magic damage and restore health to you over 5 seconds. Now, Smite is the bread and butter of the jungler, hands down. If you're a jungler, you should always get Smite. Remember that you can also upgrade this to red or the blue Smite once you do your full clear of your jungle camp. And this is very helpful in securing Drakes, securing your buff, and securing Baron as well by the end of the game. Now, there is a reason why an all-Smite team is frowned upon, or if there are 2 Smiters in your team, mainly because of the hunting license. You earn 20% less from lane monsters. So if you're an all-Smite team, you're just gonna be out-leveled or out-spiked by the enemy because you're not getting enough gold from the lane that you're supposed to be on. And the reason why there's a jungler is because he or she would have the full jungle to level up on. With the jungle camps and whatnot. So having just one jungler and one smiter would definitely be a requirement so that the team will be well balanced in experience and gold. And there you have it. Those are Wild Rift summoner spells so that you can equip your champions for the extra needed utility. And remember, you can equip up to 2 of those spells. If you found this video useful along with my other fundamentals video, please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to hit that notification bell so that you'll get updated when the next batch of content comes up. I also would just like to thank you guys for all the support. I've recently hit 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel in less than a month of being active. And my first Wild Rift Fundamentals video, as of this recording, has hit over 120,000 views. So thank you everyone for liking, for commenting, for sharing, for following, for subscribing, and for even giving me stars on my YouTube page and on my Facebook gaming page. I really appreciate all the support, and more than that, I just really want to start and build this Wild Rift community because I have so much passion for League of Legends Wild Rift, and I like to start building this community from the ground up and get friendly gamers that would help each other out no matter what. Thank you so much. A big thank you, and there is more to come. And without further ado, thank you once again. I'll be seeing you in the next video, and I'll be seeing you on the Rift. Skylancer out.